could dress up like a mule, telling jokes on a stool. People will laugh and say, funny guy. You could dress up like a fox, eating bagels and lox. People will come up and say hi. You could creep through the night like a spider and sit down beside her and watch her run clear out of view. You could dress up like a pig, dance in a jig, but underneath the whole rig, you would still be the same old you. Could end up all in smoke, but like a bicycle spoke, you would still keep on rolling on. You could go out like a light, but like the end of the night, you would still not be quite gone. You could hide yourself deep in a haystack and fall asleep dreaming a bull is outside chasing you. You could go out with a bang and never be seen again by any of the gang, but you would still be the same old you. You could come back as a bee, looking for your tree, but you might bumble and lose your way. You could come back as a fawn or as a dewdrop at dawn, but you might never be looked on. You could easily reincarnate as a fish on a plate, though I would not wish that fate on you. You could come back as a dog, asleep on a log, waiting for a frog, but you would still be the same old you. Could come back as a shirt or as the child of a flirt, but you might still never be tucked in. You could come back as a guest or as an almond at best, and you might never be toasted. You could come back as a rich man at last or as the ghost of your past, but you still would be just passing through. Come back as a hen or on the head of a pin or as a person again, but you would still be the same old you. You could come back as a cork or as a cap in New York, and you might still never come unscrewed. You could come back as the truth or as a glass of vermouth, and you might be hard to swallow. You could come back as a bottle of ink or as an ice skating rink, and quite frankly I think you'd be blue. You can just fill in the blank. You could come back as a tank or as the milk I just drank, but you would still be the same old you. Could go on as a should or as an old worn out could, but you would still be as good as new. You could go on as a not or as an if and or a but you would still be a mean too. You could go on as a win or a wear, but you still would be there. Isn't that a fair how do you do? Go on as a what or as a dear old why not. There's such an awful lot, but you would still be the same old who.